Now it's time for the story about how let's see, what was it? I got stabbed in the arm at work with with a knife on accident. And the other story is how I found three phones in 3 months consecutively. So it's pretty crazy because, at Buffalo Wild Wings, I worked there. It wasn't a bad job. There's some interesting people there, but I had never used a box cutter before that. So I was using one for the first time. And I'm not saying you need some like special course on it or some special training, but I was just, I was young at the time. I was just being a little bit stupid. Um, and I was trying to cut a box, right? So I was cutting it like this, and I was cutting at the seams for the flap, right? And I cut, and it slipped, and it went straight into my arm. I think I still have a scar, actually. I don't know if you can see it, but point being is that was pretty rough. It hurt so bad, and it went straight in. It's not like it's nicked me or something. It was straight in, like, and it was splurting out blood. I don't think it hit like an artery or anything, but or else I'd probably be in a lot worse shape. But it was just like spitting out blood, uh, and it looked pretty deep. And so I had to like get a decent amount of Band-Aid on it and wipe it off. But there's a lot of bruising on it the next day, which is kind of weird. I've never had that happen for a cut. I guess it was pretty deep, and there's a lot of bruising around it. I'm going to add a photo here during the story. You'll see when it pops up. But it was pretty deep. You can see like all the veins around it. Everything is black and blue, which is kind of weird. So I had that happen. On top of that, uh, it was still bleeding 2 days later. Not badly, but it's still bleeding. So that was a strange experience, and I don't wish it on anyone because it wasn't fun. There's a lot of interesting things about Buffalo Wild Wings. Like one night, it was so busy. I don't know if it was the night I worked 11 straight hours consecutively without a break, where it was just off the rails. I mean, literally, there'd be these little tickets that printed out, and you would have to stick them in a little rail thing for every order. There's two sides, like the burger station, like the salad station wraps. There's literally so much it was overflowing, which is a good sign. It's gonna be a bad night. So I had to deal with that one night, and then on top of that, there's overflow trash in the back by the back door. I know it violates regulations now, but I don't think they have the same management, so I think they changed it. But it was just block. It was overflowing. It was like knee high trash, like trash bags by the back door. On top of that, I had to go back and do dishes. I think I took a picture. There's so much of those little platters that it was literally stacked to the ceiling and then some more. So I had to do that quickly and run back to my station, which was not easy at all. So I had to do that, and it was just crazy time working there. I got my fair share of cuts and bruises and burns, everything. I was scraping the grill one time with it. He literally brought a paint chisel to do that, and that's what we used for the grill. And I was scraping it, it slipped really quickly, and the entire like bottom of my side of my arm got like burned pretty bad. That hurt. So those things weren't fun, but overall it's pretty good. You got to have a little bit of free reign there, and got some food that was, the excess that people didn't want it or wasn't the right one. We got to have that, which is pretty cool. But sometimes they brought off literally anyone off the street. There's this guy named Joe Michael. He's on a schedule for like a month. I literally did not see him come in at all. He was constantly scheduled the day I was supposed to work. So didn't see him one time. There's a lot of interesting people that come in. And then for the three phones in 3 months one. So I had a really good stretch of finding iPhones in 2014. No, it was 2015, late 2015. Uh, so I think in like so in October I was in the bathroom of my high school, right? And I just looked over and there's this iPhone 4, which at the time was relatively new. It wasn't, super old like it's now. And so I was just like, crap. Literally, figuratively. So I just turned into front office. It was classmate's phone, and he just got it back, which is better than losing it. And then the next month, I think November, is when I was on a field trip for German class, and the old Frau, may she rest in peace. She's not here any longer. We were on a field trip to a museum or something. I went in the bathroom, and there's this iPhone 6S at the time, I believe, iPhone 6 or 6S, which is really new. And someone just left it on the little toilet paper dispenser area on top of that. So I just turned that into the front. And then next month, it was the end of school, and I came back. It was a snowy day. I was walking up the hill near, the side of my dad's lawn towards his house, and there was this iPhone 4S just in the snow again, and it looked like it had been there a tiny bit, but not so much to where it wouldn't work. And so I just brought that inside. The theory was it was landscapers or contractors, and they just dropped it there or something. So it's pretty crazy. It's like I don't think I've ever lost my phone or for any length of time more than like, oh, I need to go back and get it type thing. So I don't know how these people kept losing their phones or how I kept finding it. I don't know what the chances of that are, but pretty interesting time. And those are the stories. That's about it. I don't want to drone on any longer. I'm not going to make anything up. So that's it, guys. Have a nice day.